This episode, job profitability. Well, I do a bit of consulting for young entrepreneurs, and I had a conversation the other day with some of them talking about work versus profitability. You know, Johnny and I were talking, a show was born.
Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show. Home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros.
Thanks for listening to another edition of the Handyman Pros Radio Show, where our goal is to help save you time, money, and aggravation on your home maintenance and repair. I'm losing my mind here this morning, Johnny. This edition is entitled Job Profitability. And to help me explain, as I just said, here's my ever faithful co-host and old buddy, Johnny. Johnny, what is going on this week? What have you been doing? Anything exciting?
Well, it's a little early, right? So
it is. That's why we're groggy.
You know, with the pollen coming down, I don't know about anybody else, but man, this thing is just, I'm tired, man. This thing is knocking me out.
It's wiping me out. So, folks, if you don't know, we live outside Atlanta, Georgia, and this a few days ago, we had the all-time record for pollen count at almost, it was 14,900 and change, almost 15,000. That is the concentration of drywall dust when you're sanding drywall, except it was pollen. It was really awful. I mean, awful. So, yeah, it's been wiping me out too. It's just my voice is scratchy.
Yeah, I mean everything is backwards right now for me. But
I can taste the pollen.
Yeah,
I can taste it. Yeah. It's like
yeah. Everybody's car is yellow now, no matter what color you bought it.
Yeah, that's right.
So so working outside is interesting right now. So, anyways.
All right. Before we get started, we would like you to like and subscribe our channels. It really helps us get the word out, all that good groovy stuff. If you could hit like and subscribe, send us a review, send us ideas. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, questions at handymanprosradioshow.com. Thanks. Okay. Johnny, let's talk about this. So I was consulting, and you and I were talking about it the other day. I've got a couple of young people that ask advice, and they ask marketing questions and things like that. And we were having a conversation about marketing, and probably one of the biggest things was they were talking about wanting to get busier. And I said, "Are you sure you want to get busier?" And Johnny, what are your thoughts on that? So busy's great, right?
Yeah, busy's great, but is it profitable? And that was, right. And I think that was your point. And that's what my takeaway was from that conversation. I thought, that's a good point. Don't fool yourself just because you're working a lot. Are you making money?
Yeah. And really that's the true statement, is it not? You can work a lot. You can give your services away. You can have that race to the bottom, and you can go and work like crazy. But at the end of the day, you've got to make some money. So I'm I'm really kind of a financial guy as well. So a lot of the things right now are kind of creeping on us. And one of the, I'm just going over some basic financial facts right now. Fuel prices are up. Okay, which means your rates need to be up because you got to get back and forth to the job site. As a result of fuel prices being up, material costs are up, and they've been up for a long time. And we've had multiple shows and multiple conversations about it. But you have to be adjusting your pricing compared to the materials. Because, Johnny, how do you do when you do your pricing? If you're doing a quick quote, how do you do a quick quote? I'm just curious.
Well, a lot of times I'll search, what other people be charging. So if I'm not familiar with the job, in terms of doing it a lot, I'll kind of go out and research, what's the going rate for the zip code. And I would encourage everybody to Google that, replacing a door in zip code, what yada, yada, yada. And then you'll find some rates out there. But now that things have changed over the last 24 hours, there's going to be some increases coming up too. So don't disregard, those things happening. So, but your point about the fuel, is a good one. And just kind of, reset yourself sometimes about how much things are costing you, because, things, if they go up in the store, they go down in the store, whatever it might be. It's good to take note of those, especially a lot of consumables.
Yeah, and look at your fixed costs. I mean, I know like fixed costs, for example, some of my memberships and subscription programs have all gone up in price recently. And it's not that it's a lot. It's not that it's a lot, but it's an aggregate, right? So this one went up $40 a year, and that one went up $40 a year, and this one went up, by the time you get done with it, it ends up being a lot of money. And if you're still charging the same rates, guess what? You're losing. You're working for free, or for less than you were working for. When I'm doing those quick quotes too, I do them sometimes as a factor of materials. I just know that if materials are going to be $1,000, I'm going to be charging anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 additional. So it'd be $3,000 to $4,000 to do the job. Just depends on the job, of course, but you have to there's a ratio there that oftentimes can be done. Now, it's not just straight labor, but if it's just straight labor, pay attention to all your hidden costs, because gosh, they can eat you alive. They'll eat you alive.
Yeah. So for instance, when we were talking the other day, is that, here's a couple of people that are, it's sometimes it seems to be good, that you're busy.
Right.
But then again, your material costs, which we're talking about right now, but also, it's just, you got to take stock of how far are these jobs? What's it really costing me to get there? Am I really making money? That's kind of what I pulled out of this thing. And just because you've got extra work and, man, that was a long day but then when you look at the, your books, it's like, did I really make money?
Yeah, it sneaks up on
right.
You,
well, and this is the other thing. Okay, so this is the other thing I think that you and I were doing too when we first started all this, and it was kind of things you wish you knew when you first started. But your rates that you're charging, can I get more, and can I work less?
Right.
If that, that makes sense. Now, just because I can work less, I'll make more, but then, if I want to work more, then I'll make more. If I'm making sense here.
You're making sense.
So, instead of giving your hours away at $30 an hour, can I get 60? Can I get 70? Can I get 100?
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of that comes with being in the business a while, but it's just kind of one of those things. I mean, I want to go back on expenses again. John, I don't know if you've looked at your insurance policies, but our insurance policies have gone up.
That is a very good point.
40% roughly.
I was just talking to my neighbor who has who has a company. He's got a bunch of trucks, and he's like, man, the insurance, because you're right. That's a very good point. He goes, that is really an eye opener. What I just had to pay for the insurance on those trucks.
And all of this, I guess, goes back to having a good financial program that allows you to take a look at all of your expenses. And, we've talked about that on a show, but have a good system that allows you to take a look at your expenses, because that's where the money's made. We can go out, we can go generate business. That's simple. I mean, relatively simple. And I know a lot of people think it's not, but it's relatively simple. If you do good work, you're going to get jobs. If you've got word of mouth, you're going to get jobs. If you do a little bit of social posting, you're going to get jobs. Go knock doors if you have to. I mean, it work's out there. Work's not the problem, but it's profitable work. Don't go to work and don't make money. Why would you run around in circles?
Run around
in circles.
Right. And I think the other thing I've learned is I got a little bit complacent on putting in my my expenses, capturing them all.
Yeah, you got to capture them all.
I capture the most of them, but then a few slip by me. Things that I don't, it's not one of those things that comes to mind. So I think I would just tell everybody that, make sure that you're capturing everything.
Everything. And one other thing too, this is another one of these little things that'll eat you alive. So we have a professional service company that we've hired to do some work at the house and so forth and so on. And they came out and did some work for us, and they took a good probably 25 days before they billed us, which means it was 25 days before they paid us. Folks, the job's not done until the money's in your bank. If you need to invoice the customer, it should be done in the parking lot on your way out the door. Okay. Do not let it drag out. I was a little shocked that this company did not bill me straight away. I felt it was a bit of unprofessional, quite honestly. I was a little surprised. I'm like, well, and then we're chasing after him to pay him because we didn't want it to drag into the next month. Get your money. That's time value of money. It's worth something for you to get paid straight away. It is worth something. It is actually
well, it's a
profit.
it's days outstanding in your accounts receivable, and
Correct.
that every day that you can chop off, the better off that the business is, just from a cash flow standpoint.
Correct.
So there are industries out there that is one of their biggest issues is accounts receivable and days outstanding. Can you think of one? Yeah, I can. That would be the health industry.
Yep.
When you're dealing with insurance companies and everybody else, they'll drag you out for, at least if you're within 90 days, you're doing good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the other end of the spectrum. So just be just be aware of all that stuff, guys.
Anything else on profitability, Johnny?
No, not
stay profitable, folks. Don't work for free. I mean, if you're working for free, at least it needs to be marketing, right? Meaning you're going to get profitable jobs from it.
Yeah, because there's always the opportunity cost, but sometimes you have to suck it up and you got to do what you got to do. But I'll just wrap this up by saying that that conversation just brought to light that and I've been guilty of it myself. Just keep your eye on the ball, record everything, look at everything, make sure that the jobs that you're that you're committing to make you money.
Absolutely. All right, Johnny, the spaceship has landed. Do we look at it or do we take it apart?
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, probably have to wash it off first with all this pollen.
All right, folks. Do us a favor, like and subscribe to the podcast. We appreciate it. Give us a good rating if you get a chance. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, questions at handymanprosradioshow.com. We do answer our emails. We do shows off these things, so it is what it is. We've got a Facebook group at Handyman Pros, so follow us on that. If you get a chance, we're on Twitter every once in a while as well, or X, I guess, every once in a while as well. Then that's at Handyman Radios. Johnny, take us home, baby.
All right, folks. Have a safe and profitable week. We'll see you next time on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.